First, we conclude the steps, then we implement the required functions, then we create the test case. Banker login test case. The first step, launch premise bank application. The very first step, launching premise bank application, it's already available. The second step, the bank employee login. This is not available. We have to create. Not available, so we have to create it. Step 3, bank employee logout. Not admin logout, bank employee logout. The bank employee logout also not available. The last step, close the application. Yes, it is also available. Here, bank employee login not available function. Bank employee logout also not available. Let us create the two functions first. After implementing the two functions inside the appropriate classes, library classes, we create the bank employee login test case. Okay. Now I hope you understand these steps, right? Please do confirm. We'll start implementing the functions. Right. So here, you answer me, I want to develop bank employee login function. I want to develop bank employee login function. You want me to create a new class or you want me to define the function in any one of the existing classes? Finally, my question, where you want me to define this method, bank employee login? New class? New class. Why new package, Raj? See, already we discussed as a new class. Few people answered new class. You mean to say, for every method you want me to create a class? For every method you want to create one class? No, right? No, right? Correct. Then why you answered a new class? Already we have a class here, Primus Bank homepage. See, admin login, even bank employee login also available in the same page, right? Bank employee login also available in the same page. So why to create a new class? Not required. In the Primus Bank homepage, already here we have a class created, Primus Bank homepage. As of now, we have only one function here, admin login. So now I'll add another function in the same class, bank employee login. Agreed? in the same class, Primus Bank homepage, I'm going to add another method. Correct? Right. So let me add the method. Banker login. Branch name, first input argument. User ID, second input argument. Password, other input argument. Branch name, username, and password. Okay, first what I'll do, I'll go with void, later I'll change it. Here we have to write the code for the bank employee login. So let me write the code for bank employee login. For bank employee login, first we have to select a branch. So I'm creating a select class object. Say BR list is my object name, branch list. New select for this element. I'm inspecting the properties of this element. I copied the property. I created a select class object. After creating the select class object, select by visible text, the first input argument to the function branch name. Whatever the branch name we are going to supply while calling the function, that branch name to be selected, BR name. Please do confirm, did you understand what I did here? I written the code for selecting the supplied branch name. So clear, right? Then enter username, enter password, click login. This code is same. Already in the admin login, we have the same code. Enter username, enter password, click login. I'm copying these 3 lines of code. I'm putting here. Same user ID, password arguments. Now we have prepared the code. Select a branch, enter username, enter password, and click login. Select a branch, enter username, password, click login. Now, you can go with title, you can go with URL, or you can go with display of an element. See, only in the banker module, we have receipts or payments element. Or you can go with URL also, that is your choice, banker's flow. Or based on the display of an element, if this element is displayed, bank employee login working. Otherwise, if this is the URL, bank employee login working. Now, here, I'm declaring the expected URL, actual URL to variables. The expected URL equal to, I'm giving this URL, the actual URL equal to divide dot get current URL. Then if this actual URL I'm converting to lowercase contains expected URL, also I converted to lowercase. If this condition satisfied, return true, otherwise return false. The return type is Boolean. Now this is a bank employee login function, right? So now this step also created available. This function also available now, just now created. Bank employee logout function we have to create. The bank employee logout function we have to create. This one, it is another page, banker home module. It's a banker home page, not admin home page. I told you for every page present in your application under test, every page can be considered as a separate object. I'm creating another new class, maybe with the name banker home page. Here, I'm creating banker logout function. In order to make use of the driver, I'm extending the app utils. Bank employee logout. I'll make selenium to identify this element. Then click it. After clicking logout, what is expected behavior of the system for the logout? It should redirect to a login page. It should redirect to login page. Already for the admin logout, we have created the test condition. Because admin logout, bank employee logout, expected behavior is the same. If login element is displayed, return true, otherwise return false. This code I am copying from admin logout because same condition required for even bank employee logout. The return type is Boolean. Now, this is also available. So all the methods required for implementing the test case are ready now. Launch application available. We have created now bank employee login, also bank employee logout, close application already available in the app utils class. Now we can create the second test case, bank employee login test case. Here, I'm creating the class in test case package. The banker login test case. And here, I'm creating this test method. This test method we are configuring with @test annotation. This extends app utils. When I run this, first before test will run, launch application, @test will run. As of now, no code. After test will run. Now, as of now, it will open the Primus Bank application and close the Primus Bank application. Right. It opened and closed the application. Now, you tell me, like yesterday approach, what you want me to do here? You answer me what you want me to do here. Yes, what we have to do here. What kind of validation? Call the methods. Okay. We have to call bank employee login method. Correct? We have to call bank employee login method. This bank employee login method is present in please mute your videos. The bank employee login method we have to call, which is available in the Primus Bank homepage. This method we have to call, which is present in Primus Bank homepage. So in the banker login test, at first I'm creating an object for the class, Primus Bank homepage class. Primus Bank homepage, home, new Primus Bank homepage. Home dot banker login. As of now, I'm hard coding the data. Later we'll parameterize branch name, test data, username, and the password. Some sample data I was given. See, whatever the data available in the database, the data you have to give. Okay. Now, sorry. This bank employee login also returning a Boolean value. The function return value, see this bank employee login, we are supplying the branch name SR Nagar, username John, password demo. Finally, it is testing bank employee login working or not. If working, it is returning true, otherwise it is returning false. So this function return value I am taking into a local variable res. Now here I am going to insert the assertion. Assert dot assert true, the Boolean condition. Okay. Now we have to call the bank employee logout, which is available in the banker homepage. In the banker homepage class, we have implemented banker logout, which we need to call here from the test case. So now for calling that, I'm creating an object for the banker homepage. Home, new banker homepage. Then I'm calling the banker logout. That's it. Now, see in my desktop, there are no browsers available. No browsers available in my desktop. Let me run this second test case. So the second test case, bank employee login test case, was executed. The second test case, bank employee login test case, was executed now. Okay, the test case is passed. So now two individual test cases are created. Right. So I hope you understand the second one. Do confirm so that I'll create a batch test suite. The same approach. Yesterday, I have applied the approach for test case one, admin login test case. The same approach today I have implemented for the second test case, bank employee login test case. Got it? Now, either two test cases or 200 test cases we are automating. The procedure is same. To teach you the topic, I took only two test cases, admin login, banker login. Same way you can implement the remaining test cases for the project, customer login, branch creation, branch updation, employee registration, and everything. Procedure would be the same. We have to create appropriate library classes with appropriate methods, and we have to call in the test cases. Right. Now, these two test cases, I want to group into test suite, that is testng.xml file. Right. Right click on the package where all your test cases are available. Go to testng. Here we have an option, convert to testng. Repeat. Right click on the package or select the test cases you want to group into testng.xml file. Any option. Right click, testng. Lastly, we have convert to testng. This will display a wizard. I mean, last time what I did, directly I took a notepad and I have written the code. This is the other way of creating testng.xml file. It generates testng.xml file template. You can give a suite name here, like Primus Bank test suite. You can give the test name here. I'm giving a name like regression test. You know, meaning of the regression test, the batch of test cases you plan to execute on the modified version can be called as a regression test. Here we have the classes. This is the code. Just click finish. You do observe the testng.xml file was created here. The testng.xml file was created here. I'm opening the file. The name of the suite, Primus Bank test suite. The name of the test we have given, regression test. And there are two classes we have grouped. This template automatically generated. Still, if you want to change the template, you can customize the code the way you wanted. You can customize this code the way you wanted. I remove this. You know, the first two lines of code is a comment section. Leave it. I hope you remember this. Suite name equal to name of the suite. Primus Bank test suite. This parallel option is optional. Leave it. So that by default test cases will be executed in a sequential manner. Inside the suite, yes, inside the suite, what is the tag name? You answer me. Inside the suite. Test. Correct. Inside the suite, test. Here, there's a question from the Nitin. Nitin, previously logout is admin logout is different, bank employee logout is different. Elements are different. Admin home module, admin home page is different, banker home page is different. Hence, I created logouts separately. Right. Here, test. See, if you are writing the code from this wizard, it will guide you the tag names. If I select it, remaining syntax will be generated. Here you can give the name of the test case, admin login test case. So inside the test case, yes, what is the tag name here? Inside the test, what are the tag names? Not class, classes. Inside the classes, we have to give the class path. See, you no need to worry actually if you are generating the code using the template, it will show you the possible tags here, classes. Inside the classes, we have to give the class path. Class path includes the package name. What is the package name here? Premise bank dot tests dot, and do remember it is case sensitive. Admin login test.java or .java is not required enough. So this is our test case 1. Now I want to define the second test case in the suite. Test, name of the test, banker login test case. Inside the test, classes. Inside the classes, class path. Premise bank dot tests dot banker login test. Banker login test. And finally, end suite. It's a comment section. These first 2 lines also comment section. You please go through this code. You just go through the code and confirm. Suite, name equal to name of the suite. Here we have a parallel keyword we can use. You know, there is a keyword parallel equal to none. So the default test cases will be executed in a sequential order. So which is not required. If you really want to run the test cases one after another, we no need to use the option parallel option. Right. A suite will have multiple test cases. Test case 1, test case 2, and so on. Test name equal to name of the test case. It is a logical name. This can be ABC also. This can be just ABC also. Only this will be printed in the results. That's it. This will be printed in the results. It's the title of the test case. This is the actual program it is going to execute, class path. So like this, you can group the test cases. Now, I save the XML file. What is your XML file name now? testing.xml. And do remember, primary name you can rename. Refactor. If you want to rename any resource, refactor, rename. Primary name can be anything, but extension must be .xml. Otherwise, let me go with the default name, that is testing.xml. Right, now I want to run the testing.xml file. Right click, run as testing suite. Otherwise, just you click run button after selecting the XML file, testing suite, and click OK button. And please do observe here, there are no browsers available in my desktop. There are no browsers open in my desktop. Let me run the suite. Yes, Sanjana. Extension should be .xml because the code whatever you have written, it is XML code. Now I am running the test suite. There are 2 test cases. You keenly observe the execution mechanism. First, before test will run, there are 2 test cases in the suite. First, before test will run, test case 1 executed. After test will run, close the application. Again, before test will run. What is before test? Open the application. It opened the application. Now, second test case, bank employee login test case will be executed. Bank employee login test case executed. And last, after test, close the application. Done. See, the two test cases are executed. Now see the output. The TestNG generated output. The two test cases are executed, 2 out of 2 are pass. Two test cases are pass, no fail and no skip. See here the results now. Primus Bank test suit. This is the name of the suit, whatever you have available in the XML file. This name appearing in the results here. Then this is the test name. In the suit, here we have given test name, right? Admin login test case. That name is appearing here. If I put ABC, ABC will appear here. Now for this test case, this is the class executed, this is the test method executed. For the second test case, this is the class and this is the test method executed. Totally 2 test cases are executed successfully and pass. You understood this one? And see, once again I am executing the test case. So first, before test case will run, there are 2 test cases in the XML file. First, before test will run. What is before test? Launch the application. Launch the application. Then test case 1 will be executed. Admin login test case. Check. Admin login test case executed. After test, close the application. Again, before test will be executed because there is second test case. So there is second test case in the suit. Again, before test executed, invoke the application. Then second test case will be executed. Bank employee login test case. See, after test will be executed, close the application. And this is the results. So did you understood this one? If you have any question till this point, please confirm. And I'll clarify, then I extend this discussion. If you want to add breakpoints, you have to insert, the thread or shape. Why you are asking breakpoints, Raj? I mean, to watch how the execution is happening. Okay, so we can insert the breakpoint, but if you insert the breakpoint, generally, we insert the breakpoint for debugging the code, for debugging the script. Here we are not trying to debug. You can insert thread or script wherever needed. Yes, we can insert the breakpoint. Yes, we can insert the breakpoint. Generally, purpose of breakpoints, mostly for debugging, we use breakpoints. Correct, Raj? Supposing I am executing my code, somewhere I am getting an error. I want to trace where I am getting the error. For that, we go for breakpoint. We can. Any other questions? Yes, any other questions? So as of now, clear. Okay. Now my question, if I'm running the TestNG suite, if I'm running this suite, how many times the application is opening? I have multiple test cases in a suite. Maybe in this sample, I have only 2 test cases. In this sample, I have only 2 test cases. Let us assume we are working on a real-time project where there are 100 test cases. How many times it is opening the application? If I have 10 test cases, 10 times, because if I have 100 test cases, 100 times, because in app utils, just a minute, we have configured launch application method using before the test case, that is before test. If there are 100 test cases in my suite, 100 times it will open the application, execute test case 1, close the application. Again open the application, execute test case 2, close the application. Again open the application, execute test case 3, close the application. Do you recommend anything for me to reduce this execution effort time? Every time I do not want to open the application. Open the application, execute. I want it like this. I want to control like this. Open the application, execute test case 1, execute test case 2, execute test case 3, like this, execute test case 100. After executing all test cases present in the suite, one time close the application. So I wanted like this. What do you suggest? Sai Krishna perfectly answered. Raj also. Before the suit, after the suit. Correct. Correct. This is the practical scenario where we use the before the suit and after the suit. So what I will do now, this launch application I am changing with before the suit. The close application I am changing with after the suit. Okay? Before the suit. So launch the application before executing test cases present in the suite. After executing all test cases, close the application. This is how you can control the same. Let me do it. And keenly observe again, in my desktop, there are no browsers are available. I'm running the TestNG suite. Sorry. You have to take the XML file, then click it. Then only the TestNG suite will appear. I'm running the TestNG suite. You do observe now. How many times it will open the application now? How many times it will open the application? One time. Execute admin login test case, execute bank employee login test case, finally close the application one time. Let's see this. Keenly observe. It invokes the application. It invoked the application. Then executes test case 1, admin login test case 2, bank employee login test case, close the application, done. The 2 test cases are executed. See, there are many annotations given in the TestNG. As per your test or code requirement, we have to use them. Got it? For learning purpose, I have introduced you all the stuff, annotations. So according to your program requirement, we have to use the appropriate annotation wherever, whenever needed. Got it? Right. Now, still, let me do little modification here. Parameterization. Let me explain the parameterization. See, I am opening the test case 1. Admin login test case. Here, admin user ID value, admin password value, I hard coded at test case level. See, at script level, nothing should be hard coded. So what I want to do, I want to move the test data from the test case to my XML file. So here, at test level, what do you have to do? We can define the parameters. And defining the parameters inside the test case 1, admin login test case. You know, these parameters are accessible only in the admin login test case. My parameter name, admin user ID, for example. The value, test data, admin. In the same way, I'm defining my second parameter, admin PWD value admin. Okay. I define parameters here. What are the parameters name? Admin UID, admin PWD. These two parameters I want to access in my test case. I want to access in the test case. I hope you remember the concept, parameterization. So at the rate parameters, and you have to give the parameter names. So what are the parameter names? First one, admin UID. This admin UID will supply, okay. If you are supplying the parameters, first this function should in a position to receive the parameters. I'll do one thing. Second one is admin PWD. But this function not in a position to receive any input arguments. So this is user ID, this is password. Now admin UID value supplied to the first argument of the function UID. Admin PWD value supplied to the argument PWD. So now in place of this hard-coded data, I use user ID and the password. Please do confirm you understood this, what I modified. Previously, we have hard-coded values here. Now, previously, this function not taking any input arguments. I defined two input arguments. I substituted hard-coded value with the input arguments, but we need to collect the data from the XML file. Using parameters, I'm collecting the data from XML file, passing to the function using parameters. Please confirm, did you understood this one? Now, in the same way, second test case, let me do parameterization. Second test case, bank employee login. First of all, here I hard-coded the values. Instead of hard-coding the values, string, branch name, string, user ID, string, password. In place of hard-coded data, I'm substituting the argument names. Branch name, the user ID, and the password. Right, now, I have to collect the data from the XML file. First of all, we have to define the parameters inside the second test case. I'm defining parameters here. Second test case parameters. Parameter, name of the parameter, BR name. These names can be anything. Say I'm giving some sample data here, SR Nagar. Oh, sorry. Okay, user ID. So these names and those parameters name can be same or different. It's your option. Zone. Demo. Now these parameters I want to collect here using, oh sorry, here, not here. Banker login test case here using parameters. There are three parameters. The three parameters names I am giving. BR name. So here TestNG parameters also same names I have given. User ID, the password. So BR name value, what is BR name value here? SR Nagar. This SR Nagar supplied to BR name. User ID value John supplied to UID. Password value demo supplied to PWD. Now this function will be called with the input data. So now at test case level, there is no hard-coded test data. In admin login test case, we don't have any test data. In bank employee login test case also, we don't have any data. So data we are maintaining outside of the test cases, that is in the XML file. Now let me run the XML file again. There are two test cases. The two test cases will be executed. The two test cases are executed. So next time, if you want to execute the test cases with some other test data, you answer me where you change the data. Next time I want to run the test cases with some other test data, where we have to change the data. Yes. In the XML file, correct. In the XML file, we have to change the data in the XML file. Okay, okay. So this is the concept about the test engine. Okay. Now my question, I want to execute the test cases with multiple sets of inputs. Say valid username, valid password, valid username, wrong password, wrong username, correct password, wrong username, wrong password, something like that. I want to execute my test cases with multiple inputs, with multiple sets of input data. What I have to do? What we have to do? Already we did parameterization. Way to maintain the test data, that is my question. Way to maintain the test data. Sai Krishna said different XML files. Really maintaining different XML files or, see here. Here we have valid username and valid password. Valid username and valid password. I want to test with valid username, wrong password. You want me to define one more parameter? Like valid username, wrong password, wrong username, correct password? No, I don't recommend this. It's not really, it's not the proper way of maintaining. Better, few people have answered me correct, given correct answer. Few people given right answer here. Sanjana, again in the XML file, the difficulty is you have to define a number of parameters, many parameters. It is not really a good approach. Better to go with Excel file, correct? Better to go with Excel file, correct? Now, your test cases, the admin login test case, the bank employee login test case, these test cases are collecting the data from XML file. Rather than collecting the data from XML file, if you collect the data from Excel parameterization is recommended. That approach is called data-driven testing, which is our next chapter. Our next topic is executing test cases with multiple sets of inputs. In any real-time scenario, multiple sets of inputs we generally maintain in Excel file. So we have to learn how to deal with the Excel file using Java, Apache POI. Apache POI. Like TestNG, Apache POI is an interface, another API used to interact with MS Office files in Java programming. First, we have to learn Apache POI, then we implement data-driven framework, that is executing test cases with multiple sets of inputs. Okay, right. If you confirm me today topic is done, I'll stop here for today. And Sai Krishna, you please forward your code to my email ID. I'll check out and I'll give the feedback tomorrow. You said there is some error, right? You forward your code to my email ID. For today, I stop here and I'll upload this entire code into the Google Drive. Yesterday also I uploaded this, but today I have added second test case and I have created XML file. I'll upload the project into Google Drive and tomorrow we continue with Excel parameterization using Apache POI. Okay, thank you. We continue tomorrow.